Hey, Gary.
I love
It's
cheesecake.
Justin from Doug Dimmadome News. The battles of Monte Cassino have just came to a complete end. I'm your host for the most, Dale Dimmadome. This is my partner in crime, Doug Dimmadome. Over to you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, Bill.
As you can see, the Battle of Monte Cassino happened between the Allied side and the main Axis powers of the Germans, Germany.
Indeed.
The Allies had some very notable faces. One of the most notable faces was General Sir Harold Alexander, Lieutenant General Mark Clark, Lieutenant General Oliver Leese, and the U.S. 5th Army, plus the British 8th Army. The Germans had very notable generals, some highly prestigious ones, like the Field Marshal Albert Kesselring, Colonel General Heinrich von Wiedinghoff, and the German 10th Army. The battle was fought just a couple months ago, January 17th in this year, 1944, and ended yesterday, May 18th of this year, 1944. Where was it fought? It was fought in Italy. It was fought 130 kilometers southeast of Rome in the hill of Monte Cassino near the Abbey. Now over to Dylan.
Okay, yes. Indeed, all that stuff did happen, but here are some key facts, key points, and key pointers to think about when you have this battle in your mind. This battle did, in fact, consist of 3 separate assaults. None successful, though. It's kind of sad, but what happens had to happen for a reason. Now, there was an abbey destroyed by the Allies, and this abbey was extremely important to the Italians, as well as all the citizens from different countries coming in. Okay? But Operation Diadem was successful. That was an American operation that pushed us farther. It helped us succeed in the long run. And you know what? Us Americans did what we did best. We won.
Yeah. Go America. Go America.
Yes. Now the outcome. Outcome's a little tricky, alright? The Allies won, which is great for us because we are indeed the Allies. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And the death count?
Crazy.
59,000 people dead.
Now let me just interrupt you there,
Yes,
Dylan.
Bill. Okay,
Now,
okay, cousin.
59,000 people dead. That was only at the Battle of Anzio, which was a smaller
only-
battle
only
of the
Anzio.
Italian campaign.
Yeah, I was.
Those 59,000 people, think about the families that lost their dads.
I
I don't want to be sexist. Also the women. Their wives, their moms.
The very important women. Respect
That's-
the women.
It's just crazy
And
to
the
think
children.
about. Now over to Dylan again. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
It's okay. That's A-okay, Zach.
I'm sorry, Bob. It's just
Oh, okay, Tyler.
I get caught up
All
on
right.
this. All right,
Okay,
I'm
Tyler.
sorry.
Okay, it's okay, Bob. Now,
I love cheesecake. I love cheesecake at nighttime.
can you cut that? Now, this battle was devastating.
Yes, it was.
Okay, the Battle of Monte Cassino. Well, the multiple battles of Monte Cassino broke people, physically, mentally. It was almost as devastating as the Great Depression.
Almost.
It was
Almost.
just horrible, horrid. Horrid here's a who. That's how horrid it was.
It was.
Okay, now it was a whopping 300,000 U.S. soldiers and British soldiers combined that was killed or injured. Now you might think that's a lot, which indeed, don't get me wrong, it is a lot. Okay, but then you gotta take into consideration. I'm sorry for that. Into consideration, there were 434,000 casualties on the German side. Thank the Lord.
Hey, you mind if I praise Jesus real quick?
Every tear from the eye. Yes, sir. Get ready for the revolution. Come on. What you say? Do you want a revolution? Say, do you want a revolution?
And I also like to point out, thank you, Bob.
You're welcome,
for the
Dylan.
details. I'd also like to point out that even though there were more German casualties, the Allied powers did end up losing the war, losing the battle, not the war. I'm sorry, my mistake. It ended up losing. Yeah, so the Germans did have more casualties, but the Allies lost. As my colleague Mark said, Operation Diadem did eventually capture the hill.
They did.
This battle was also very controversial because it did damage the Abbey, a very religious place for all the Italians, all those spaghetti eaters out there, those spaghetti munchers. So, yeah, so that is it for today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.